Welcome to a modern reimagining of James Allen's influential book, As a Man Thinketh. This edition is a tribute to Allen's profound insights, transformed to speak directly to the contemporary reader. We have taken the essence of Allen's teachings and reinterpreted them for a world much changed since his time. Amidst the backdrop of a rapidly evolving global landscape, marked by economic shifts, technological advancements, and societal changes, this book aims to connect the timeless wisdom of As a Man Thinketh with the unique challenges and opportunities of our current era. Here, the enduring philosophy that our thoughts shape our reality is explored and expanded upon, offering both inspiration and practical guidance for those navigating the complexities of modern life. Prepare to embark on a journey that bridges a century of wisdom with the pressing needs and aspirations of today's world. Forward. In this concise yet impactful book, we explore a profound truth often overlooked in the complexities of life: the transformative power of our thoughts. This work is not an in-depth analysis, but a catalyst, aiming to awaken readers to the realization that they are indeed architects of their own destinies. Our thoughts, the seeds we plant and nurture in the mind's fertile ground, shape who we become and the world we create around us. Previously woven in the shadows of unawareness and discomfort, this book invites you to embark on a journey of conscious creation, guiding you towards a life woven with threads of knowledge and joy. Thought and Character, a contemporary exploration. The timeless adage, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he," encapsulates not just the essence of a person, but extends to every aspect of life. Our character, the very core of who we are, is a mosaic of our thoughts. It's like an intricate web where every thread is a thought woven into the fabric of our being. Think of every thought as a seed planted in the soil of our minds. Just as a seed gives life to a plant, our actions are born from these seeds of thought. This truth holds, whether our actions are spontaneous or calculated. In this dance of cause and effect, our joys and sorrows are fruits born from the seeds we nurture. Reflect on these lines. Thought shapes our being, crafting what we are. Through thought, our lives are formed, both near and far. If dark thoughts dwell, pain follows close behind, but with pure thoughts, joy's shadow we shall find. The development of our character is governed by natural laws, not by chance. A noble character is the result of persistent, right thinking, akin to cultivating a relationship with elevated thoughts. Conversely, a base character is formed by continually entertaining lower thoughts. Our lives are our own creation. In the workshop of our mind, we forge the tools for our making or our undoing. By choosing and applying thoughts wisely, we can ascend to heights of greatness. Misuse them, and we fall to depths lower than any beast. Among the profound truths rediscovered in our age, none is more liberating than realizing that we are masters of our thoughts, sculptors of our character, and architects of our destiny. As beings endowed with power, intelligence, and love, we hold the key to every situation. Our thoughts are the transformative agents through which we can shape our reality. Even in moments of weakness or despair, we remain the masters. However, in such states we are like misguided rulers who mismanage our inner kingdom. When we start reflecting on our condition and earnestly seek the laws that govern our existence, we step into the role of a wise master. This journey of self-discovery requires diligent application, introspection, and experience. Finding the truths about our existence is akin to mining for gold and diamonds. It demands deep exploration into the soul. By observing, controlling, and modifying our thoughts, and understanding their impact on ourselves, others, and our circumstances, we can construct our character, shape our life, and forge our destiny. This journey of self-exploration reveals that understanding, wisdom, and power are within our grasp. In this pursuit, the ancient law holds true: "He that seeketh findeth, and to him that knocketh it shall be opened." Only through patience, practice, and relentless effort can we unlock the doors to the temple of knowledge. This path, unique and challenging, is the only way to truly master the art of living. A lesson as relevant today as it was in Allen's time. Impact of thought on life's journey. Consider the human mind as a garden. It can be meticulously tended or left to grow wild, but either way, it will produce something. If it's not filled with beneficial seeds, then inevitably weeds, unwanted, unproductive thoughts, will take root and flourish. Imagine yourself as a gardener of your own mind. Just as a gardener removes weeds and cultivates flowers and fruits, you too can cultivate your mental landscape. This means actively removing negative, unproductive or harmful thoughts and nurturing positive, useful and constructive ones. This ongoing process leads to an empowering realization: you are the master gardener of your own soul and the director of your life's path. As you engage in this mental cultivation, you'll learn more about how thoughts influence your character, circumstances, and ultimately, your destiny. Our thoughts and character are deeply intertwined. Just as a tree is known by its fruit, a person's external life conditions reflect their internal state. It's important to note that one's current situation isn't a full reflection of their character, but is closely tied to specific thoughts and attitudes dominating at that moment, serving as crucial components of their personal growth. Every individual's place in life aligns with the thoughts that have shaped their character. There's no randomness in life's journey. Everything is a result of a precise law of thought. This holds true for everyone, whether they feel in sync or at odds with their surroundings. Human growth is a continuous process. We are placed in specific situations not by chance, but to learn and evolve. Each experience, each circumstance carries a spiritual lesson that, once learned, leads to new scenarios and further growth. People often feel at the mercy of external conditions, but this changes dramatically once they realize they are the architects of their reality. The understanding that one can influence the very foundation from which circumstances arise is a powerful shift towards self-mastery. Those who have practiced self-discipline and introspection understand that changes in life circumstances directly correlate with shifts in mental attitude. When one commits to improving their character, they often find themselves rapidly moving through various life experiences. The soul magnetically attracts what it holds within. It draws towards itself what it loves, fears, and aspires to. It also descends to the level of its unchecked desires. Circumstances, then, are the means by which the soul receives the fruits of its innermost thoughts and desires. Every thought acts like a seed planted in the mind's soil, eventually blooming into actions and creating a chain of opportunities and situations. Positive thoughts lead to beneficial outcomes, while negative thoughts bring about unfavorable circumstances. The external world mirrors the internal world of thought. Both pleasant and challenging external conditions contribute to the overall growth and well-being of an individual. Through this process, one learns from both hardships and joys. In essence, our journey through life is largely sculpted by our thoughts. Recognizing this empowers us to take control of our mental garden, nurturing thoughts that lead to growth, fulfillment, and harmony with our surroundings. This understanding is a key step in not only navigating, but also shaping our life's path towards a future we desire and deserve. Navigating life's path. The power of thought. In life's journey, a person is inevitably led by their deepest desires, aspirations, and thoughts. Whether chasing elusive fantasies or steadfastly pursuing noble goals, one's innermost inclinations shape the reality they experience. The principles of growth and adjustment are universal, influencing every aspect of existence. The path to misfortune or prosperity is not determined by fate or external circumstances, but by the quality of one's thoughts and desires. A person doesn't stumble into misfortune or crime accidentally. These outcomes are the culmination of long-held negative thoughts or desires. Circumstances do not define a person. They merely reflect their true self. From the onset of life, the soul attracts situations that mirror its own virtues and vices, strengths and weaknesses. People often attract not what they wish for, but what aligns with their true selves. Hopes and ambitions might be frustrated, but one's deepest thoughts and desires invariably find a way to manifest, for better or worse. The force that shapes our destiny resides within us. It is our very essence. We are our own liberators or captors, depending on the nature of our thoughts and actions. We don't receive what we merely wish for. We reap the rewards of what we justly earn through our thoughts and deeds. Considering this, what does it mean to fight against circumstances? It implies a struggle against the consequences of one's own thoughts and attitudes. The root cause of dissatisfaction may be a known flaw or an unrecognized weakness, but either way, it hinders progress and calls for introspection and change. Many aspire to improve their lives, but resist the personal growth necessary to achieve this. Consequently, they remain trapped in undesirable circumstances. True success, whether in worldly or spiritual matters, demands personal sacrifice and self-examination. The one who embraces this challenging process is bound to succeed in their endeavors. Take, for example, a man living in poverty. He longs for better living conditions, yet consistently avoids hard work and attempts to deceive his employer, blaming inadequate wages. He fails to grasp the fundamental principles of prosperity, and by indulging in lazy and dishonest thoughts, only draws deeper misery upon himself. This scenario illustrates a universal truth. Our external conditions are shaped by our internal state. To alter our circumstances, we must first transform our thoughts and attitudes. The journey to a fulfilling, well-balanced life begins within, by nurturing thoughts that align with our highest aspirations and truest selves. The consequences of thought in life's narrative. Consider a wealthy individual plagued by a debilitating illness caused by overindulgence. Despite his riches, he is reluctant to relinquish his excessive habits, seeking to buy his way to health without changing the lifestyle that undermines it. His affluence is rendered meaningless in the face of his unwillingness to embrace the fundamentals of a healthy existence. Similarly, envision an employer who, driven by greed, resorts to unethical practices to reduce wages and maximize profits. When his enterprise collapses, tarnishing both his wealth and reputation, he blames external factors, not realizing that he himself sculpted his downfall through his actions and intentions. These examples illustrate a fundamental truth. Individuals, often unknowingly, are the architects of their circumstances. While pursuing honorable goals, they inadvertently sabotage their efforts by nurturing thoughts and desires at odds with their objectives. Countless such examples exist, demonstrating how the inner workings of the mind shape external realities. The complexity of circumstances, the depth of thought, and the subjective nature of happiness mean that one's true inner state is not always apparent to others from external conditions alone. An individual may appear virtuous yet struggle, or unscrupulous yet prosper. Superficial judgments often miss the intricate interplay of virtues and vices in shaping a person's life. It's tempting to attribute one's hardships to virtue and successes to vice, but such simplistic views don't capture the nuanced reality of human nature. An individual might suffer due to specific flaws despite their virtues, just as another might experience joy despite their faults. It's a fine balance where each person reaps the consequences of both their moral and immoral thoughts and actions. One's true understanding of suffering and success comes not from external evaluation, but from a deep introspection and cleansing of the soul. Only when a person rides themselves of detrimental thoughts and behaviors can they truly discern whether their trials are the result of their virtues or vices. This journey towards self-awareness reveals a universal truth. Life is governed by a just law that rewards or punishes not based on whims, but based on a person's true nature and actions. With this knowledge, an individual can look back on their life, understanding that every experience, whether positive or negative, was a fair reflection of their evolving yet imperfect self. In summary, life's narrative is not a tale written by fate, but a script authored by our thoughts and choices. The path to understanding and shaping our destiny lies in recognizing the power of our thoughts and aligning them with our deepest values and aspirations. The inexorable law of thought and outcome. In the fabric of life, the seeds of thought and action are intrinsically linked to their outcomes. Positive thoughts and actions naturally yield beneficial results, while negative ones lead to adverse consequences. This principle is as straightforward in the mental and moral realms as it is in the natural world. However, many fail to grasp its simplicity and unerring nature in the context of thought and morality. and thus do not align their lives with this truth. Suffering, in many cases, is the direct consequence of misaligned or harmful thoughts. It signals a discord between the individual and their innermost self, a departure from the natural law of their existence. The purpose of suffering is not to punish but to purify. It serves to cleanse the mind and spirit of what is detrimental and impure. When a person achieves purity of thought, suffering ceases, much like refining gold, until only the pure element remains. The situations that bring pain are often the manifestations of inner turmoil, just as those that bring joy are born from inner peace and harmony. True well-being is not measured by material wealth but by the quality of one's thoughts. Wealth does not guarantee happiness, nor does poverty necessitate misery. Wealth coupled with wisdom brings happiness, while poverty viewed through a lens of resentment breeds despair. Both extreme poverty and excessive indulgence are states of imbalance, reflecting a mental disharmony. True well-being is found in a harmonious balance of the inner self with the external world, leading to happiness, health, and prosperity. The journey to self-realization begins when a person stops blaming external factors for their plight and starts seeking the deeper truths that govern their existence. By aligning with these truths, an individual stops seeing themselves as a victim of circumstances and starts using their experiences as catalysts for growth and self-discovery. At the core of the universe's fabric is law, not chaos, justice, not unfairness, righteousness, not corruption. Understanding and aligning with these principles is key to personal transformation. As one aligns their thoughts with these universal laws, they will find that their perception of the world and the world's response to them changes in profound ways. This fundamental truth underscores the power of self-transformation. By changing one's inner thoughts and attitudes, they can effectively alter their interaction with the world around them. This alignment not only brings personal peace and fulfillment, but also resonates outward, affecting change in the surrounding environment and relationships. The transformative power of thought. The evidence of thought's profound impact on life is visibly in everyone. This can be observed through introspection and self-analysis. When a person fundamentally changes their thoughts, they'll be amazed at the swift changes in their life's material conditions. Thoughts, often believed to be hidden, manifest themselves in habits, and these habits solidify into tangible circumstances. Negative thoughts, such as those driven by base instincts, evolve into destructive habits like addiction and sensuality, eventually leading to poverty and illness. Impure thoughts morph into confusing and debilitating habits, resulting in a life filled with distraction and adversity. Fear, doubt, and indecision breed habits of weakness and irresolution, culminating in failure and dependency. Laziness transforms into habits of dishonesty and uncleanliness, spiraling down to poverty and disgrace. Thoughts filled with hate and judgment take the form of harsh and violent behaviors, which inevitably lead to conflict and harm. Selfish thinking solidifies into self-centered habits, attracting distressing life situations. Conversely, positive and constructive thoughts have equally powerful but beneficial outcomes. Thoughts filled with beauty and kindness develop into habits of grace and benevolence, leading to pleasant and harmonious life circumstances. Pure thoughts foster habits of temperance and self-control, paving the way for a life of peace and stability. Courageous, self-reliant, and decisive thinking shapes habits of strength and resolution, leading to success, abundance, and freedom. Energetic thoughts encourage habits of industriousness and cleanliness, resulting in pleasant living conditions. Gentle and forgiving thoughts evolve into compassionate behaviors, creating a protective and nurturing environment. Loving, unselfish thoughts breed habits of selflessness, leading to lasting prosperity and genuine fulfillment. Persistently following a particular line of thought, whether positive or negative, inevitably impacts one's character and circumstances. While direct control over circumstances is limited, control over thoughts is not, allowing for indirect yet significant influence over life's trajectory. Nature aligns with our dominant thoughts, presenting opportunities that resonate with what we focus on the most. When a person abandons negative thoughts, the world becomes more open and supportive. Discarding weak and unhealthy thoughts opens doors to new opportunities that bolster strong intentions. Cultivating positive thoughts wards off the binds of misfortune and despair. Life, in its essence, is like a kaleidoscope, reflecting the ever-changing patterns of our thoughts. Each twist brings a new array of colors and shapes, perfectly aligned with our mental state. You are what you resolve to be. Dismiss the blame of circumstance, for spirit scorns such feeble stance, and in its will finds liberty. It overcomes time, conquers space, defies the elusive chance, and makes circumstance bow and serve with grace. The will, a force unseen but felt, from the soul's eternal flame, carves paths to any aim, even through barriers robustly built. Patience in delay is key. Understanding brings might. When the spirit takes its flight, even gods will bend the knee. This philosophy highlights the incredible power of the human will and spirit, emphasizing that our thoughts, more than any external factor, shape our destiny. Influence of thought on health and well-being. The body is a reflection of the mind, responding to its every command, whether conscious or unconscious. Just as a garden obeys the gardener's care, the body reacts to the mind's state. Negative, unlawful thoughts can accelerate physical decline, leading to disease and decay. Conversely, positive, uplifting thoughts can rejuvenate the body, infusing it with youth and vitality. Health, like life circumstances, is deeply rooted in thought. A mind plagued with negative, sickly thoughts often manifests in physical illness. Fear, for instance, can be as lethal as any physical harm, silently afflicting countless individuals. Those who constantly dwell in fear of illness often find themselves more susceptible to it. Anxiety and worry can weaken the body, making it more vulnerable to diseases. In contrast, thoughts that are strong, pure, and joyful contribute to building a robust and graceful physique. The body, sensitive and adaptable, mirrors the quality of thoughts impressed upon it. As such, habitual thinking patterns inevitably leave their mark, either enhancing or diminishing physical well-being. Impure thoughts lead to impure conditions of both mind and body. A clean heart and mind naturally foster a clean and healthy life. The source of our actions and the quality of our existence stem from our thoughts. Purifying these at the source enhances every aspect of life. Changing one's diet alone is insufficient if the mind remains unchanged. Pure thoughts naturally diminish the craving for unwholesome foods, leading to healthier lifestyle choices. Cleanliness in habits is a direct result of cleanliness in thought. The notion of a saint who neglects physical hygiene contradicts the essence of purity. Those who cultivate strong, pure thoughts find less need to fear external factors like microbes. To safeguard the body, one must first protect the mind. Thoughts filled with negativity, envy, or sadness rob the body of vitality. A distressed face is often the creation of troubled thoughts. Facial lines and wrinkles can be the physical manifestation of various inner emotions and states of mind. Consider the difference between an elderly woman with a face as bright and innocent as a young girl, and a relatively young man with a face marked by discontent and agitation. Their appearances are external manifestations of their inner states, one of serenity and positivity, the other of unrest and dissatisfaction. Just as a room filled with sunlight and fresh air is vibrant and welcoming, a strong and healthy body, along with a radiant countenance, results from a mind open to thoughts of joy, kindness, and tranquility. The lines on an aged face tell a story. Some speak of empathy and moral thoughts, others of strife and turmoil. It is possible to discern these differences. Those who have led a life of righteousness and balance age, with a peace and grace akin to a serene sunset. Observing a philosopher approach the end of life, one can see that true age is more a matter of spirit than of years, departing life as peacefully as they lived it. There is no remedy like positive thinking to alleviate physical ailments, and no comfort quite matches goodwill in dispelling sorrow. Dwelling in malice, cynicism, and envy is akin to imprisoning oneself. In contrast, harboring thoughts of kindness and seeing the good in everyone opens the gates to a heavenly existence. Living each day with peaceful intentions towards all not only nurtures personal tranquility, but also radiates peace outwardly. The dynamics of thought and purpose. Integrating thought with purpose is vital for achieving intelligent outcomes. Without this union, thoughts are like a ship without a rudder, aimlessly drifting in the ocean of life. This lack of direction not only leads to missed opportunities, but also exposes one to the dangers of petty worries, fears, and a pervasive sense of helplessness. These negative emotions are manifestations of weakness, which, just as much as deliberate misdeeds, inevitably pave the way to failure, despair, and loss. In a universe that inherently values strength and progression, such weaknesses are incompatible with success and personal growth. A person must therefore establish a firm and legitimate purpose in their heart. This purpose should become the focal point around which all thoughts orbit. Whether spiritual or worldly, the nature of this purpose will vary according to one's current life stage and disposition. However, the key lies in steadfastly concentrating one's mental energies on this chosen aim. This focus becomes a testament to self-control and the epitome of concentrated thought. The journey towards this goal, marked by inevitable challenges and failures, actually strengthens character and fortitude, laying a robust foundation for future endeavors and triumphs. For those who are yet to identify a grand life purpose, the immediate task lies in perfecting even the smallest responsibilities. Every task, no matter how insignificant it may seem, provides an opportunity to sharpen focus, build determination, and foster a sense of accomplishment. This process is crucial in developing the mental fortitude needed for larger pursuits. Even the weakest individuals, when they acknowledge their limitations and commit to persistent effort and practice, can initiate a journey of self-improvement that leads to remarkable personal strength. This principle of thought and purpose parallels physical training. Just as the body grows stronger with exercise, so too does the mind with disciplined and focused thinking. Casting aside aimlessness and embracing purposeful thought signifies joining the ranks of those who understand true strength. They recognize that failure is not a setback, but a vital part of the journey to success. They adapt, think decisively, and act boldly, turning every challenge into an opportunity for growth. Once a person has defined their purpose, a clear and unwavering path should be charted towards its achievement. This journey must be undeterred by doubts or fears which only serve to disrupt and mislead. Doubt and fear are notorious for breeding failure. In contrast, understanding that we have the power to achieve our goals gives birth to the will to act. This self-belief is essential in conquering the twin adversaries of doubt and fear. Overcoming these negative forces is tantamount to conquering failure. Every thought, when aligned with power and intent, becomes an unstoppable force. Each challenge is met with courage and wisdom. Goals are set and pursued with precision, leading to meaningful and lasting achievements. In essence, marrying thought with unwavering purpose transforms it into a formidable creative force. This realization marks the transition from being a passive entity, swayed by external influences and inner uncertainties, to becoming a proactive architect of one's destiny. Armed with this understanding, an individual is well positioned to ascend to greater heights of achievement and personal strength, becoming a masterful creator of their life's narrative. The role of thought in personal achievement. Every accomplishment or failure a person experiences is fundamentally a product of their own thoughts. In a universe where balance is paramount, each individual's responsibility for their successes and failures is absolute. Strength and weakness, purity and impurity are personal attributes, shaped and altered not by others, but by the individual themselves. One's circumstances, joys and sorrows are born from within. As a person thinks, so they become. Their continuous thoughts shape their permanent state. A strong person cannot truly aid a weaker one unless the latter is receptive to help. Moreover, the weaker individual must cultivate their own strength, inspired by what they see in others. Personal transformation is an internal process, unachievable through external intervention. Commonly, people have believed that oppression is caused by the oppressor, leading to resentment towards this figure. However, a growing perspective suggests that oppression is sustained by the oppressed themselves, leading to a shift in attitude. disdain towards the oppressed for their subservience. The reality is that both the oppressor and the oppressed are entwined in a mutual lack of understanding. Their actions, seemingly harmful to each other, are actually self-destructive. True understanding recognizes the law at work in the weakness of the oppressed and the oppressor's misused strength. Complete compassion sees the suffering in both states and does not condemn either, but empathizes with both. The individual who has overcome personal weaknesses and set aside selfish thoughts stands apart from both oppressor and oppressed. Such a person achieves true freedom. For a person to ascend to success and mastery, they must elevate their thoughts beyond mere survival or primal indulgence. While not all selfish and animalistic tendencies must be relinquished for success, a certain level of sacrifice is essential. A person consumed by basic desires cannot think clearly or plan effectively, unable to tap into their deeper potential or succeed in endeavors. Without mastering control over one's thoughts, one cannot expect to manage external responsibilities effectively or stand independently. Thus, a person's limitations are bound only by their chosen thoughts. The power to change, grow, and succeed lies inherently in the realm of personal thought, and the willingness to elevate these thoughts beyond the mundane and instinctual. This principle underscores the profound impact of mindset on an individual's path to achievement and fulfillment in both personal and broader aspects of life. Essentials of progress and achievement. Progress and significant achievements are invariably linked to sacrifice. The extent of a person's success in worldly matters directly corresponds to their willingness to transcend beyond basic, chaotic impulses, focusing instead on cultivating their plans, bolstering their determination, and nurturing self-reliance. The higher one elevates their thoughts, adopting attributes of integrity, uprightness, and righteousness, the more substantial and enduring their success and achievements become. Contrary to superficial appearances, the universe does not reward greed, dishonesty, or vice. It supports those who are honest, magnanimous, and virtuous. This truth has been echoed by great teachers throughout history. To understand and experience this principle, a person must persistently strive to enhance their virtue by elevating their thoughts. Intellectual accomplishments arise from thoughts dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge, beauty, and truth in life and nature. While these achievements might occasionally intersect with vanity or ambition, they are not products of these traits. Instead, they are the natural results of sustained, rigorous effort and the cultivation of pure, altruistic thoughts. Spiritual achievements are the culmination of sacred aspirations. Consistently living in a realm of noble, elevated thoughts and focusing on purity and selflessness leads one inevitably to wisdom, nobility of character, and a position of both influence and blessedness. Achievement in any form is the ultimate reward of diligent effort and thoughtful planning. Through self-control, determination, purity, and righteousness, combined with purposeful thought, a person ascends. Conversely, indulgence in base instincts, laziness, corruption, and disordered thinking leads to a descent into weakness and misery. Even those who have reached the pinnacles of success in the worldly or spiritual realms can fall back into degradation if they allow prideful, selfish, or corrupt thoughts to dominate. Maintaining victory is achieved through ritus thought requires constant vigilance. Many falter once success seems guaranteed and quickly regress to failure. All forms of achievement, whether in business, intellectual pursuits, or spiritual endeavors, are products of focused thought. They follow the same universal law and method. Only the goals differ. The magnitude of one's aspirations dictates the level of sacrifice required. Modest achievements demand modest sacrifices, while grand accomplishments necessitate greater forfeitures. For the highest attainments, the sacrifices must be correspondingly significant. This understanding underscores the fundamental principle that both worldly and spiritual accomplishments are attained not merely through action, but through the power of directed thought, emphasizing the need for a clear vision, an unwavering dedication in all endeavors. The power of visions and ideals. Dreamers are the world's redeemers, vital to humanity's sustenance and progress. Amidst life's trials and mundane tasks, It is the dreamer's visions that nourish and inspire. Humanity cannot relinquish these visionaries and their ideals, for in them lie the future realities, the profound truths yet to be fully realized and embraced. Artists, poets, prophets, and sages are the crafters of tomorrow's world, shaping the contours of our collective heaven. Their existence beautifies the world, and without them, the laboring masses would lose their way. They are essential not just as creators, but as beacons of hope and imagination. He who harbors a beautiful vision or a lofty ideal in his heart is destined to see it manifest. History is replete with examples. Columbus, who dreamt of a new world and discovered it. Copernicus, who envisioned a vast universe of countless worlds and revealed it to us. Buddha, who saw a realm of unblemished beauty and profound peace and attained it. Cherish the visions and ideals that stir within you, the melodies that resonate in your heart, the beauty that shapes your thoughts, and the purity that adorns your innermost contemplations are the seeds from which a delightful reality and a heavenly environment will bloom. Stay true to these visions, for they are the blueprints of your future world. Desire leads to attainment. Aspiration leads to achievement. Should our highest aspirations be starved while base desires are satiated? This is not the natural law. Ask and you shall receive, the universe seems to say. The grandest accomplishments were once mere dreams. The oak tree's majesty lies dormant in the acorn. The bird's flight is encased in the egg. In every soul's grandest vision, an angel of potential stirs. Dreams are the embryonic stages of realities. Even in unfavorable circumstances, one can rise above by holding on to an ideal and striving towards it. Progress within reflects change without. Consider a youth, burdened by poverty and toil, confined in a dreary workshop, uneducated and unrefined. Yet he dreams of intelligence, refinement, and beauty. He constructs an ideal life in his mind, a vision of freedom and opportunity. This vision fuels his actions, driving him to use his limited resources to nurture his latent abilities. Gradually his reality shifts, the workshop becoming incompatible with his evolved mindset. It falls away like a shed skin as he steps into a world of expanding opportunities. Years later, this once struggling youth emerges as a man of influence and power. Mastering mental forces, he impacts lives globally. His words inspire change. His presence is a sun around which countless destinies orbit. He has actualized his youthful vision and become his ideal. This narrative is not just a tale of triumph, but a testament to the transformative power of visions and ideals. They are not mere figments of imagination, but potent forces that shape the fabric of reality and human destiny. The power of vision in shaping your future. To you, the engaged reader, know this truth. The vision you hold in your heart, whether noble or ignoble, will eventually materialize in your life. You naturally gravitate towards what you cherish in secret. The outcomes you experience will be the direct reflection of your thoughts. You will reap precisely what you have sown, nothing more and nothing less. Regardless of your current environment, your fate hinges on your thoughts, your vision, your ideal. You will shrink or expand in accordance with the size of your dominant desires and aspirations. As beautifully put by Stanton Kirkham Davis, you may be keeping accounts, and one day you'll step out from what seemed like a barrier to your dreams, and suddenly you're addressing an audience. The pen still tucked behind your ear, ink on your fingers as you unleash your inspiration. You might start as a simple shepherd, but under the Spirit's bold guidance you'll find yourself in a master's studio, eventually becoming a master yourself, the one who once dreamed of greatness while tending sheep. You'll put down your tools to embrace a larger calling, the regeneration of the world. The thoughtless, the ignorant, and the lazy often mistake the superficial appearances for the essence, attributing success to luck, fortune, or chance. They see someone prosper and exclaim, "How lucky!" They observe another's intellectual achievements and cry out, "How favored they are!" Witnessing another's saintly character and influence, they declare, "Chance favors them at every turn." Unseen by them are the toil, the failures, the persistent struggles. These individuals have chosen to endure to gain wisdom. They are unaware of the sacrifices made, the relentless efforts exerted, the faith held steadfastly to conquer seemingly insurmountable obstacles and to fulfill the vision of their hearts. They only see the success and joy, labeling it luck. They only notice the destination, not the arduous journey, and call it fortune. They see the outcome, oblivious to the process, and deem it chance. In every human endeavor there are efforts and results, and the magnitude of the effort directly influences the outcome. Chance plays no part in this. Talents, abilities, material wealth, intellectual and spiritual attainments, all are fruits of labor, embodiments of completed thoughts, realized objectives, fulfilled visions. The vision that you nurture in your mind, the ideal that you hold sacred in your heart, will shape the foundation of your life. That vision, that ideal, is what you will ultimately become. Your future is not a matter of chance, but a matter of choice, a reflection of the visions and ideals to which you dedicate your mind and heart. The essence of serenity. Serenity is a magnificent gem among the virtues of wisdom. It emerges from a persistent, patient cultivation of self-control. Its presence signifies a depth of experience and an understanding of the intricate dynamics of thought. A person attains calmness as they comprehend their nature as a being shaped by thoughts. This realization brings an understanding of others as reflections of thought, enhancing empathy and clarity in seeing the interplay of cause and effect. With this enlightenment, unnecessary agitation, worry, and grief diminish, giving way to a composed, stable, and serene disposition. The serene individual, having mastered self-governance, adapts effortlessly to others. This adaptability commands respect and trust, drawing people to seek guidance and support. The more tranquil a person becomes, the greater their success, influence, and capacity for good. This is true even in mundane transactions. A composed demeanor in business attracts and retains clients, as people naturally prefer interacting with someone whose presence is consistently steady and reassuring. The individual of strong, serene character is universally admired and respected. They stand as a beacon of stability, akin to a tree offering shade in a desert or a rock providing shelter in a storm. Such tranquility of heart and a well-tempered life are unaffected by external changes. This serenity, the zenith of personal development and the soul's ultimate harvest, is invaluable. It surpasses material wealth, presenting a life immersed in truth, undisturbed by life's tumults, residing in perpetual peace. Many sour their lives with uncontrolled temper, destroying the harmony and beauty around them, creating discord and unease. It raises the question of how many diminish their happiness and potential through lack of self-mastery. Rarely do we encounter individuals who embody the exquisite balance and poise indicative of a fully developed character. Humanity often finds itself overwhelmed by unbridled passion, consumed by grief, and tossed about by anxiety and doubt. Only the wise, those who have purified and harnessed their thoughts, can command the inner tempests and direct their souls towards tranquility. To those struggling in the stormy seas of life, know that in the vast ocean of existence, there are havens of bliss and shores of your ideals that await you. Firmly grasp the helm of your thoughts. Within the vessel of your soul, the master lies dormant. Awaken him. Strength comes from self-control, mastery from right thinking, and power from calmness. Whisper to your heart, "Peace, be still," and navigate towards the serene waters of a fulfilled and balanced life. In this journey, remember that serenity is not just a state of being, but a guiding light, leading towards a life of poise, purpose, and profound peace. Conclusion: the transformative power of thought. In this exploration of the mind's power, we've unearthed a fundamental truth. Our thoughts are the architects of our destiny. From the serenity that crowns wisdom to the achievement born of focused vision, each concept underscores the profound impact of our mental processes on our lives. Our journey began by recognizing that calmness of mind, a jewel of wisdom, is not an innate trait, but the fruit of diligent self-control and understanding. This tranquility is more than mere peace. It's a testament to one's mastery over the tumultuous seas of thought. It reflects a deep understanding of the self and the world, shaping a life of stability and serenity. We delve into the realm of visions and ideals, affirming that dreamers are not mere daydreamers, but the saviors of the world. Their visions are the seeds of progress, shaping the future and elevating humanity. We learned that what one persistently holds in the heart and mind inevitably manifests in reality. This is not a mere wishful thinking, but a law of life, where aspirations and ideals are the blueprints of our future. The narrative of progress and achievement highlighted the necessity of sacrifice. True accomplishment, whether in material or spiritual realms, demands the relinquishment of lower, baser thoughts in favor of higher aspirations. Success is not a product of chance, but a result of directed effort and noble ideals. As we journeyed through these principles, it became clear that every aspect of our lives, from our serenity to our achievements, is profoundly shaped by our thoughts. The universe, in its just and equitable manner, responds not to our fleeting desires but to the deeper currents of our mental life. The dreamers, the visionaries, those who hold steadfast to their ideals, are the ones who truly shape and define their destinies. Moreover, we recognize the fallacy of attributing success to luck or external forces. True success and character development come from within, born from the struggles, sacrifices, and relentless pursuit of one's goals. The world's most influential figures did not ascend to greatness by chance, but through the persistent cultivation of their thoughts and ideals. In conclusion, the key message is clear and potent. Our thoughts are powerful, capable of creating a reality that aligns with our deepest visions and ideals. As we navigate the journey of life, let us be mindful of the thoughts we nurture. Let us cultivate visions of beauty, ideals of greatness, and thoughts of serenity and strength. By doing so, we become masters of our destiny, capable of transforming not only our lives, but also the world around us. This exploration is an invitation to embrace the power of thought, to recognize its immense potential to shape our lives. It encourages us to look within, to harness the power of our minds, and to embark on a journey of personal transformation and achievement. As we internalize these truths, we unlock the potential to live lives of purpose, fulfillment, and profound impact. Our thoughts are the canvas. Let us paint a future of brilliance, harmony, and extraordinary achievement. Thank you for listening, and remember, if you found this audiobook helpful, please share it with a friend who might benefit from this audio experience. And please push that like button so we know that this material is resonating with you. Be sure to subscribe so that you are the first to know about each new audiobook that we publish. You can purchase a copy of every audiobook that we publish. The link is in the description. Remember, when you transform your thoughts, you transform your life.